Hey guys, Sharpend here. In this video I wanted to do a quick plugin breakdown of a cool new plugin I found by Minimal Audio. It's called Drift Feedback and I just released it, so it's free for now and you should definitely get it. It's a feedback plugin that tunes into MIDI notes. So I just wanted to share a few cool things that I managed to do with it. So I have this pad thing here. And I built a patcher thing around it. Basically what this is free of the feedback plugin. Each time I'm tuning them to a different note. This one is at B4, this one is at G sharp 3, and this one is at E2. And what makes this so easy to tune is that you have a scale picker. So I just picked the notes of the scale, E major in this case. And I set the feedback to be very high, like 90% or minus 90%, something like this. So let's hear it. This is the B4 one. This is the G sharp one. And this is the E one. So let me just walk you through what the different notes do in this plugin. So as you can see, it sounds pretty musical, sort of like a saw wave feedback being built on top of the original pad sound. So when you combine all three, you get this. But then I decided to mess with it a bit more. So I created this routing thing going on. So basically a reverb plugin that is 100% wet going into another plugin by Minimal Audio. It's a filter. And this filter has some resonance, and I'm basically moving through the cutoff. And then I'm adding some delay to them. And this is also synced to a scale, so I can just pick the notes that I wanted to go through in the cutoff section, which makes it very easy to create melodic bits. And then I decided we can try and get a bit crazy with this, so I set the resonance to 100%, which gets very, very loud. But once you filter it and add a 100% wet, so 50% wet reverb, and bring back the delay, you get something really nice. This is another example that I have here. It's also a pad I've made in pigments. It's very sci-fi in its feel. And as you can hear, I've made it into something terrifying. I'm so proud of this. So basically we have a C minor 7 chord playing. And I decided to use the feedback to enhance D4, C5 and A sharp 4. And as you can see, the feedback is very high, like 99% feedback, 93% feedback. It's very high. And I've run it over again, so it gets feedback one more time. So this is the first one. This is A sharp. This is C5. And this is D4. And compared to the original, it sounds wildly different. But it does sound, when you add too much distortion and too much feedback going on, it starts to sound very distorted and very saw wave or square wave-ish. So I sort of fixed that using 100% wet reverb. And now we can mix it with our dry signal as well. So we can get something like this. I found this percussion loop. Let's play it without any effects. I found that I can use the feedback to add some interesting textures to it. So I just used the comb function here, and I found a cool frequency that does something interesting to the sound. Let's hear it. So I decided to just add some delay as well here. And then I decided to mix it in with the original. So this wave just mixes it in and out with the original. So you get something like this. It's sort of like another percussion player joining in with a more metallic version of this thing. And I had to try basses. It did work better with Reese basses. So I have this thing. And I found that I can give it a very metallic texture as well. This time I'm using the tuning function. And I'm using an OTT afterwards to increase the overall compressed sound, so you get a more compressed feedback thing, so it sort of lasts longer, it's more sustained. Let's mess with it. So right now it's at C#1. So what I like about very low notes is that they give you some sort of like a delay function. You can really hear the separate notes, the separate bits being delayed. You can really hear the delay. And it can also result in like a weird room reverb going on. Like here, for example. And as you go higher, you get different timbres that sort of like affect your sound in a cool way that doesn't really change it too much. The feedback is at 75%, so it doesn't really go too crazy. I can go crazy, but it just sounds weird. And it also has another cool function that I didn't use too much, which is the spread, which means that at different, like at the left and right channel, it's going to have different values for the frequency here. So you can get really weird sounds. It's sort of like running two of these plugins for the left and right channel separately. Which is pretty cool. I liked it a bit more when using on pad sounds because they're a bit softer. They don't sound so extreme. And they, once you like sync it to a certain scale, you can go crazy with the spread and with the frequency here, and it should be fine usually. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you like this video, and I hope to make more videos about cool plugins that I find, plugins that I use a lot. Let me know if something like that might interest you guys. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.